Well, it's been a while since I've had a CH knife on my channel, and this one's the 3510. And I've had a 3510 in the past, but it was carbon fiber with a VG10 blade, and a different makeup of materials, and definitely a different price. I think the VG10 carbon fiber model was probably close to $100 or maybe more. This one I can see they're selling online for $35. So, big difference in price. This one, of course, being micarta and a D2 satin blade. And I started, messing with CH knives like, oh my God, 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago. And I've always liked them. And of course, I got the Salt and I've got the Marshall. I've got, all kinds of different ones. But this one, they make a lot of G10 models, and you can also get them on Amazon. Believe you can also get them on White Mountain Knives, okay? And of course, you can get them all over like AliExpress, that kind of thing. So they're available. This one's centered. Chen Ping, the owner of CH Knives, introduced himself, many years ago, 6 years ago to me, through one of my videos. And then I've emailed him back and forth. He used to work at Kaiser, so he knows a lot of the Kaiser people, this and that. And he came off and started his own brand. So this is distinctly different than Ifengrau. This is not an Ifengrau knife. I know that a lot of CH knives were sold under the Ifengrau banner, but if you look on the blade and it says CH knives, it's not an Ifengrau, okay? If it says Ifengrau or EF on here, then it's Ifengrau. If it says CH, it's CH knives. So this is a different situation. And man, this is fidget friendly. It is a liner lock, and it's not a real strong lockup on this one. It's not failing or anything like that, but it's maybe about 15% lockup. And it's got a satin grind to it. It really drops nicely. Wow, all the way around. No lock, rock, or blade play, anything like that. And it's a pretty decent size knife, too. It's not a small gent carry necessarily. And let's put a little weight on the scale. Okay, right at about 4 ounces, 112 grams. So you got contoured, micarta here. So that's interesting, and not a deep carry clip, but it works going in and out of the pocket fine. There's no back spacer here. There's these standoffs. The liners look pretty sturdy, okay? And it looks like, and we will take this apart, but it looks like the liners have been skeletonized, at least the one on the presentation side. Obviously, the lock bar side, no, it has not. A little bit back in the back here, but not significantly. We'll kind of check the bearings out, see if they're ceramic or regular or whatever, and, so be it. Because this is a carry user beater type knife, so this would be like an everyday one that you can use and not worry about, are you going to, scratch it, snail trails, it's not titanium, that kind of thing, and it's sharp, okay? So, I've always liked CH, the G10 models that they've done. I like the titanium ones that they've done as well, but these G10 models are kind of like in the class with Ganzo knives. I mean, they're just so inexpensive. And, I bought these two off of Amazon. This is the 3020 in G10, okay? $29.99, and of course I'm a Prime member, so it was free shipping. And so you're really talking very inexpensive. A contoured G10 on this, D2. I don't think they've ever come out in a blade steel that we haven't tested with the XRF analyzer. And oh yeah, I forgot I used this one. I got some stuff on the blade, but this one's interesting too. This is the 3517 in G10, and they have different colors of G10 available on some of these. Hardware's nothing to brag about, but this is an interesting one because this is a front flipper, I believe. Yeah, it is. But you can middle finger flick it, maybe, yeah. I'm not good at that. And it's a little close to the pivot for that, so I might have to adjust this pivot a little bit. It doesn't really drop all that quickly. But they're centered. I mean, I don't find problems with them. I don't remember having a hardware problem with them either. So let's just kind of take a look-see at the length on this. Now let's try and find my damn tape measure. Okay, come on. It's always in a different location. 3 3/4, 3 3/4 inch cutting edge. And overall length 8 3/8 at almost 21.5 centimeters. So yeah, it's pretty good sized knife. And let's see how thick it is, seeing that we have contoured scales on here. Almost 14 millimeters at 0.54. So that's a pretty good handful. And 0.14 of an inch at 3.7 millimeters. So just shy of a 4 millimeter thick blade stock. All right. And so, piercing and slicing, I've always liked the 3510 because I like the overall design of this. This is just a very neutral handle area, so it's comfortable. It's long enough, it's big enough, it's thick enough. You feel like you got something in your hand. I'm not feeling the pocket clip particularly, and that's nice, but it's pretty close right up to the scale. It's not really affecting my grip, and I'm not really feeling it that well. So for no more money than it is being in Micarta, that's a pretty good deal. Reverse grip, let me see. Okay, that's good. Now let me see. Where's my balance point? It's kind of right there in that choil area. Got a little breakaway in here for sharpening purposes. It's not really a go forward area. But up here you got jimping on the flipper tab. Flipper tab's reasonable, right? It's not too big and it's not too small. And what do you got here? You've got a lanyard hole. You can see kind of that raggedy micarta around there. Yeah, I mean, I tend to like a smoother, more finished look micarta, but this isn't bad, really. I mean, compared to some that look very weathered and beaten and kind of whited out and all that kind of stuff, this one still looks pretty good. For that, it's just that little thread there around that lanyard hole, which is not tubed, of course, because you don't have a back spacer. Hardware looks, about par for the course, nothing special, and definitely not number 8s on these body screws. But then again, your expectations have to kind of get in line with the pricing on some of these. And who knows, maybe going forward they will make that change. Yeah, I mean, it's solid. It feels good in the hand. And let me see, blade to handle length. And okay, I mean, we're good there. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I can feel that tip right there. Okay. Can't feel it through here. But yeah, I mean, if I try, I kind of have to push in there, but I can feel that. So it's all the way. And then the design flow is nice. I mean, it's just a nice overall design. Feels well balanced, comfortable in the hand, good ergos. So if this is something that appeals to you, it might be worth picking up one of them. If you've never had a CH knife, if you had one in the past, most of the comments I get from people are people who've had them and they like them. So it's just a matter of whether one of their designs really hits you. The 35, what was it? The 3504 was the one with the kind of the skull on it. It was titanium. It was S35VN. And back in the day, what was it going for? It was ridiculous, wasn't it? Like $75 or something like that. So, they've always been very competitively priced. Comes in a box, okay? So it's kind of a nice, solid, fitted box. And yes, this is one that I have as well. And they have a little insert in here. And hold on. This is the walk of shame, isn't it? Look at this. Oh, I like this one here, the 3509. I've probably had I've got this blue one here still, 3519. I don't have a box for it, but I got it on a shelf. It's just way cool. I like it. It comes in different colors. Oh, I've had this one. I might still have that one actually. And here's the 3504, but this is just in the G10. And many of these G10 models are at or under $30, if you know what I mean. So very different, and all their materials have been anywhere from, then that cleaver, that was a dog. That thing's a big ass dog. Going down memory lane. Remember the 3504? S35VN. I loved it. I had the blue. I had one in yellow. I don't think they make that gold one anymore. But check this out. Of course, here's the spear. I believe I have one of those as well. I thought this was way cool. If you've ever had your hands on that one, the 3515. And, the Emperor. That's my favorite. I have an Emperor. I'm not sure if I got a Marshall anymore, but I definitely have the Emperor. That's way cool. Where's the Persian? Or the Sultan, whatever they call that. Yeah. Oh, well, never mind. Too long looking at, wow, that's a huge insert in that box. Wowie. But look at how many knives. My God, dozens of different designs that they've done. So let's see about taking this little sucker apart. And come on. And yeah, I was feeling that other side move, so I'll be interested in looking at that pivot. Maybe I just got lucky. If you get two... is that coming out the front? Okay, it is. Okay. So I should have gone in this way instead of that way, but okay. Never know exactly which way is the preferred way. That I haven't never put a wrench to this knife, so this is first time. Of course, you can tell there's no pocket clip accessibility on the left side, so it's a right hand tip up only. And here is your Micarta scale on the presentation side. So all this side is presentation. Okay. Then of course it's skeletonized a bunch. And here it comes, right? Now we have the blade, and of course on the blade we have just regular bearings. They're not ceramic. I don't know that that's a big deal to me. And you know what? That's pretty clean inside. Wow. Okay. A little bit of, weight relieving, I think, get back here. Of course, that's for the lanyard, but this is whatever. And the pivot just drops right out, comes through from the back, and yeah, it's round. So there's good and bad, of course. The fact is that both ways you can put a wrench in there so you can stabilize it and break it away. if you put too much thread locker on here, okay? So there's that, okay? Otherwise, if there was only one place where you could put your Torx, then I would say you need to have a squared off area on here that matches up with a liner so it'll keep it from turning, and you can just remove the one screw. But in this case, it's okay. It's okay because you've got access both ways. And of course, we got a ceramic detent ball, so we did get a ceramic in there somehow. Now, let's just, for the hell of it, measure this liner. It's 1.4 millimeters at 0.05. So 1.4 millimeters. Okay, I've seen them close to 1, and then I've seen them close to 1.7. But that's pretty structural there. So can't complain about that. I mean, the thing came right apart. No hardware failures. It was clean inside. There wasn't a lot of debris from the manufacturing. So I'm pretty happy with it. And where did we? Oh, we pushed through. We did this from the presentation side. So we got to put it back from the lock side, and let's put a little joy juice on here. Plus, I need to put my blade stop back here, and then let's throw a blade on it. Ever forget to put a blade on a knife? I haven't ever forgot that, but I've forgotten backspacers and other things. Okay, get this down here and put this on too. Come on, spin around for me a little bit. Okay, now don't need much, that's for sure. And then we got the liner from the presentation side. Kick it over there. Okay, we're good. Now what do we got? Now we got a micarta scale that's got to go on here, and we're going to put this pivot screw on, and it's a number 8. The other stuff is number 6s. Okay, that's as much as I want to crank that down for right now. And let me get these screws dropped in here. Come on, get off of there. Okay, now let's see if we can get you lined up correctly. Okay, now that my number 6 tip is starting to get pretty screwed up there. About time to change that sucker out. I use them till I can't. Okay, now let me see. No play. It's centered. Ooh, it drops like a guillotine. You could probably tighten that up and make it less drop shutty. I know most people are like, oh yeah, I don't like my knives drop shutty. I hate. There you go. Look at that. Oh, come on. Nah, we went too far. Nah, you don't want to drop shutty. Okay, now it is. Now we're back to guillotine time. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Probably got a happy median here, didn't we? Ooh, the 3510. And that is, well, I'd say maybe the billboarding. Yeah, I guess you could get after that if you wanted to go. It's a little much. Probably could have done the CH logo in a very smaller, and we don't need the other writing on here. Just CH and back it up a little bit. But, you know, also it's a carry user beater, but it feels solid. You know, it feels structural. It's got some degree of thickness because it's 0.54, and it's a bit longer than like my Paramilitary 2 Frosty, okay? It's just a tad longer, but the blade's definitely longer, okay? And so overall length, and yet this is 4 ounces with these fat carbon scales on here. So this is right there with the same. So we're in good shape. And you know, this is really comfortable in the hand, so I'm liking it. And then again, check out some of the other, because he has now some new models in here, including a front flipper. And this one again was a 3020, and this is the 3517, both in G10. So there's choices. Lots of different models out there. Take care. I'm going to leave you to it. But, you know, this is one of the budget knife choices that I like myself. So, you know, there's Ganzo, there's Harns, there's Kubi, there's so many different ones out there. Petrified Fish, etc., etc., etc. And, of course, Sencut, Civivi, you know, lots of them. But I mean, this is one. Look at the size of this one. This is a good size knife. Yes. Take care. Later. Love them knives. Yes, we're here. And you guys stay sharp.